everybody, it's Patty, and so many of you have expressed interest in seeing more of my art, and I am so flattered because it's really hard for me to even call myself an artist. I only dabble, but I dabble in a lot of different things, and I have had no formal training in anything. Everything I do is self-taught, and recently I found a few channels here on YouTube that were just awesome for learning and getting ideas. And something that I noticed that seems to be extremely popular, not just here on YouTube, but I guess everywhere. It's called art journaling, and I had really never heard of art journaling until just a few months ago, and I have just become infatuated with it. And basically what art journaling is it's just an outlet for someone to be creative, whether they have real talent or not, whether they've had formal training or not. They can do art journaling because it's putting into a journal, into a book, things that make them happy, I guess. It's creating. It's being able just to create and not being judged, because art journaling is strictly, as I understand it, it's strictly for the person who is doing the art journaling for their own enjoyment, and it's their own creative outlet. So I went out and got a book so that I could start an art journal. I need to tell you that many years ago, when scrapbooking first became so popular, I went out and purchased a lot of supplies and realized real quick that scrapbooking was just not for me. I almost gave all of it away at one point in time, but I just packed it in a box and left it. And I have pulled all of that out. So pretty much everything that I use they're just products that I already had. So let me show you what I am doing so far. This is the book that I purchased. I think I got this at Michael's. And by the way, this is the camera. I don't know how to set this camera up so that I can, without doing it upside down to me. So anyway, you can see this, and this book, let me take this out of here. This book is not finished. It's not anywhere close to being finished. What I have found myself doing is working on a page or two and not completing it, and then just coming back at a later date and work on it a little bit more. Maybe I go through and do a lot of background pages and then come back and put things on them. So what you're going to see in my art journal, nothing is really finished yet. I really do not have any finished pages. So, but this is the book, and at some point I'm going to do something with the front and back to make it reflect who I am. I just haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I wrote, there's nothing on the first page, and I'm going to zoom in. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry about that shadow. I'm going to zoom in, and this first page I'm saving because I want this to be really special. This is going to have my favorite quote ever on it, and that quote is, "We are the choices we make." I believe that with every bone in my body. I believe that we are exactly those choices that we make. So you're going to see lots of pages in here that have nothing on them, and I'll try just to skip over those. This is an old roller stamp that I had, and I use watercolors mainly for the background. And if you see some sparkle on here, I have a little set of watercolors that have sparkle in them. So that's what that is. I don't know what I'll do with this page. I'm going to flip on over. That's another, just a background page. This one is a little bit more fancy. It's watercolors, it's sparkle, it's some lace I glued down, it's a piece of yarn, pink yarn that I glued down. Another one here. You'll see a common theme. A lot of sparkle and a lot of pink. Some of you saw the mermaid I painted. And this was a black and white copy of the mermaid that I painted. I saw this mermaid on Pinterest, and there was not a link to it so that I could give any credit to who painted this mermaid, but this was the inspiration for the mermaid that I've shown you. I saved the black and white, and I just took my watercolors, I think my watercolor pencils, and colored this in. And I have no idea what I'm going to put on that page. Okay, this is one that's pretty close to being finished. It says, "The moon looks upon many night flowers. The night flowers see but one moon." And that's Jean Ingram, I think. I'm trying to read upside down. So, and again, watercolor on the back. I just hand drew these little moonflowers. Did the moon. Wrote this on a piece of paper and stuck it on there. Okay, all right, again, this is, I don't know what I'll do with this. This was one of the first, may have been the very first page I made, the very first background. And I had some little alphabet stamps and just put my name up there. And this I just painted. Have no idea what will go there. Oops, I think I missed one. Nope, I didn't. This one I just did this week, Sunday. I came up to my little studio just this weekend and drew her and then painted the background and used a stamp that I had. Her eyes look sort of funny, don't they? Probably need to work on her. Again, just some background pages that I've gotten color on. Okay. This was just a little watercolor I did and tore it into that square, and then it says, with those same alphabet stamps that I did my name with, it says "Happiness is free." Just a background. All right, I did this weekend too. And let's see if I can read this. It says, "I believe in pink. I believe that laughing is the best calorie burner. I believe in kissing a lot. I believe that happy girls are the prettiest girls. I believe that tomorrow is another day, and I believe in miracles." And that's by Audrey Hepburn. And I really messed up on this word, tomorrow. So I just took a piece of white paper, wrote "tomorrow" on it, stuck it on there, and then I did the kissing word over here just to tie it so that wouldn't look like a sore thumb. And then I went over it with some pink paint. And I have a roll of paper towels that I use all the time here in my studio, and the paper towels had some leaves on them, and I just tore those paper flowers out of the paper towels and Mod Podged them on there and then drew in some little flower borders. And then this is a stamp that I had from way back when. And it says, "Reach for the moon and you'll land among the stars." And then I drew this. And this says, "Not all of us do great things, but all of us can do all things with great love." And that's Mother Teresa. Just a background page. And that's it. So these books, all the ones I've seen watching YouTube videos, are super thick. A lot of people actually make their own journals, and they make them out of recycled items. At some point, maybe when I finish this one, I will do that. I did start a smaller one, and this was an old purse calendar. All of you have seen these. You probably have had them. And this one I found from 2013. You can see I did not use it much. I did had some scrapbooking paper that I put here, and I started off with this girl, and it says, "All you need is love and wine." I'm sure you've probably seen this quote. "All you need is love and wine, maybe some chocolate and a nap, but mostly love." And just a black page. Oops. Just getting pages ready to do something. Another girl. I need to practice drawing my girls, that's for sure. But this is just for me and just for you to see. Another girl. And I'm just, as you can see, I'm just gluing paper on, and I'm using whatever glue I have. These are not forever. I'm not concerned about these staying on for generations. I cut that rose out of a piece of scrapbook paper because I liked it, and I colored it in and put some shiny watercolors on it. And it says, "Sometimes you just have to let go and see what happens." And as I said, these are not, some of these pages I'll definitely come back and play with. And that is it for those. So it's a lot of fun. If you think you're not creative, but yet you want to try to do something, I would highly suggest art journaling. There are a million websites here on YouTube. Not a million, but probably hundreds that have art journals on them, and where they just do one page and they show you how to do one page. I watch those not to duplicate what they've done, but to get ideas. My favorite crafting channel, though, is Lindsay at The Frugal Crafter. And I'm going to put Lindsay's channel in the description bar. Lindsay is definitely an artist, and she has been painting since she was a small girl. I found Lindsay about 6 or 7 months ago, and I watch every single video that Lindsay puts up. She'll put up 2 and 3, sometimes 4 videos a week, but it's everything. It's watercolor, it's how to make jewelry, it's painting, it's how to make your own supplies. If it has to do with the art world, Lindsay does tutorials, and she is the cutest person you have ever seen. And her studio is in her basement, and she even gives you a studio tour so you can see how she works. You will love, even if you're not a crafter or an artist, you will love Lindsay. I encourage you to go just check Lindsay's page or her channel out. For those of you who make videos, I hope you're familiar with Daryl Eves. Daryl is a consultant for YouTube and gives tips and has a great channel here on YouTube. And just recently, Daryl picked someone in this community, or in the YouTube community, to mentor. And last week he did a live broadcast, and he featured Lindsay and showed her ways to build her channel, ways that we can all use to build our channels. I found Daryl myself maybe just after I found Lindsay, and since I have been using some of Daryl's tips on how to build a channel that he shares with everyone, my channel is growing by leaps and bounds. I don't do everything because I don't have the time nor I have the knowledge, but I'm figuring it out, and I'm doing what I can and just following some of the really simple tips that he gives. My channel is growing, and that's the only thing that I've done different with my channel. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you let me know in your comments if you want to see more of this as I get more pages completed. If you want to see it, I'll show it, but let me know down below, and give me a thumbs up for sure. If you want to see more art from me, and of all kinds, it might be knitting or crocheting or making baby shoes or my little bit of painting. If you're interested, give me a thumbs up and give me a comment below. I hope you have a great day. Get out there and start an art journal today. Go to the Walmart or wherever and buy a very inexpensive set of watercolors, water paints, and a couple of inexpensive brushes, and just go for it. I say just go for it. You won't know whether or not you can do it, or even if you would enjoy it, until you do it. So have an awesome week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.